Right now, millions of chickens are being composted after an outbreak of avian influenza, and those living nearby are not happy. How the state is making sure the virus is completely gone.
Plus, as the war in Ukraine continues, we could see the price of beer increase soon. A look at the rising cost of ingredients ahead.
And teens investing in the community, the new organization that teaches young adults about teamwork, citizenship, and making a difference. That's all coming up tonight on News 3 Now. Good evening, and thank you for staying up with us. The avian flu outbreak at a Jefferson County farm has workers there composting the bodies of nearly 3 million chickens.
Wow. Bruce Harrison visited the area to find out how it all works and learn why people there are concerned.
Workers haul truckloads of wood chips to this empty field. They'll form the chips into rows and soon fill them with a mixture of dead chickens, manure, corn, and some other things.
They rotate it every 2 weeks, and then within about 30 days, it's dirt.
Composting, a natural process to dispose of the sick birds.
It's the most environmentally safe way to do it.
The county and state have experience doing it here after an outbreak of bird flu in 2015.
According to the state, inspectors will come here to the compost site daily to make sure the process is working and the virus is being killed. Cold Spring Farm began depopulating, as they call it, their chickens 9 days ago. Some are already composting right on the farm. But with millions of birds to decompose, they needed more space and happen to own this site. Federal, state, and county officials agree it's safe to do it here.
When it's nice out, I'm usually out and about and doing things.
Lyle and Kay Broughton live right across the street.
What is your biggest concern?
Our groundwater. That's our biggest concern.
Fears it becomes undrinkable, and frustration, they say, they've had to test their own well water. According to the county, before composition begins at this site, the county will make sure residents have test kits, but homeowners will have to do the testing.
We are not going to do anything to try to hurt you. If you have any questions, you can give me a call. I will not let you down, and I will find an answer.
Still, the Broughtons and others will have to wait while nature runs its course for about a month to see if there's any impact.
Wheat and barley are key ingredients in a Wisconsin staple. Beer, of course, but the war in Ukraine is now having an impact on breweries. U.S. officials are bracing for grain shortages. Brad Stillmink says he hasn't seen prices on malted barley or wheat tick up yet, but he has seen prices on other things increase.
No matter what, and we have seen prices rise on cans and cardboard and hops and really anything.
According to the New York Times, since the invasion, wheat prices have increased by 21%, barley by 33%, and some fertilizers by 40%. Well, you know what has been falling? Some snow out there. Let's get our first forecast with Gary Canalti. Gary?
See the flakes coming down? They're still coming down, but it's kind of like a snow globe type snow, not really sticking to the ground other than the white that we've gotten from the snow showers earlier this evening. The time lapse from the WISC-TV sky cam shows cloudy skies for much of the day, a few rain showers, but watch what happens around 6 o'clock. We have this little burst of snow come through. I mean, it didn't last very long, but watch what happens after the snow. The ground is white, so that's how quickly we were able to at least whiten up the grassy areas. But you can see the last batch of the snow showers coming in from the northwest, snowing across western Dane County. But right now, the snow not falling too hard. Visibilities for the most part are between about 5 and 10 miles. High temperatures today made it up into the lower 40s before the rain and snow showers started. Now they're down into the lower to middle 30s. Most areas are at or above freezing, at least that aren't seeing the snow. And wind gusts are still in the 25 to 30 mile per hour range. La Crosse with a wind gust of 40 miles per hour. Those winds are starting to die down. The wind advisory has been allowed to expire. Look for a low of 22 tonight as the snow showers come to an end after midnight. Tomorrow will be a sunny but cold day with a high temperature, or at least partly sunny and cold, with a high temperature of 35 in the afternoon. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes a brief warm-up early next week, but also some rain as well.
Thank you, Gary. A green alert is currently out for a U.S. military veteran last seen more than a week ago. 36-year-old Stephen Thistle was last heard from on St. Patrick's Day and hasn't been seen since. Thistle is 5'10" with brown hair and has a large tattoo on his right shoulder. He was last seen wearing a green shirt with an American flag on it and a red bandana. DeForest police believe Thistle is traveling with his white and black Australian Shepherd. They're believed to be traveling in a blue 2008 Toyota Scion TC two-door hatchback with Illinois license plate AG 45626. Thistle may be traveling to Illinois or Tennessee. If you have any information, please call DeForest Police.
Online records show Chandler Halderson has been moved from the Dane County Jail to Dodge Correctional Institution as he begins to serve his life sentence for killing and dismembering his parents. Records indicate Halderson was moved to the prison in Waupun today. Last Friday, Halderson filed a notice of his intent to pursue post-conviction relief a day after his sentence was handed down. The Lake Delton Police Department says it has identified 2 possible suspects involved in an armed robbery at the outlets at the Dells and other related crimes in the Lake Delton and Mauston area. Authorities say a temporary felony arrest warrant has been issued for 39-year-old Adam A. Lujano and 41-year-old Giovanni Murhan Estevez. He's also wanted for questioning. Both have ties to the Chicago area and Juneau County. If you see them, call police immediately. The police were called about an armed robbery at the Outlet Mall Wednesday afternoon after someone reported having a gun pointed at them after confronting a man about taking items from a work van. Officers were already investigating multiple vehicle break-ins at the mall and a Home Depot store in the area. In one of those break-ins, a 16-month-old Cavapoo dog named Mabel that you just saw was taken. Police say as of Friday afternoon, Mabel is still unaccounted for.
The spring election is fast approaching, and some clerks say they need more clarification in regard to ballot drop boxes. Just 1 month ago, voters could use ballot drop boxes, but now they can't. And that quick change is especially challenging for local clerks who make sure our elections function. Rock County Clerk Lisa Tollefson says clearing the confusion is all about communication, which started during the pandemic.
Since that time, we do get together periodically before elections. So I called another meeting to make sure we were all on the same page. Like I said, we work as a team. It's not one person making an election work. It's those municipal clerks and their poll workers that make all of this happen.
The best guidance right now, make sure you return absentee ballots in the mail or at a staffed location. And to be sure, return only your absentee ballot.
Students at Richland Center High School staged a walkout for the 2nd day in a row. They're upset over the school's decision not to renew the contract of a popular teacher there. The message from students we spoke with was simple: allow Mark Chambers to continue teaching. Multiple people described him as being a phenomenal teacher. They say the school gave them no warning and no explanation on why Chambers won't be returning next year.
It shows how little respect they have for the children and the kids of the school district, considering he is one of our best, and to just cast him off to the side, it shows how they feel about us and that their silly little politics that they have with each other is more important than the students themselves.
Richland Center school officials responded with a statement today confirming that Chambers' contract was not renewed. The district says it will not disclose any information on the teacher's departure. Nothing about us without us. That is the philosophy behind a plan to bring a new teen center to the city of Fitchburg.
Tahalil Mohideen spoke with kids involved and shares what they want to see happen.
Our values were really centered around diversity and art and culture.
High school freshman Nevaeh Krimmer is one of 8 teens investing time in her community.
I want to be able to make changes, and I feel like the best way to do that is to start locally.
And getting paid to do it.
We thought we were going to just hire 3 or 5, and we ended up interviewing 8, and we were like, we can't say no.
The group is offering Fitchburg city leaders its perspective on a new teen center set to open in about 3 years.
And our interns are doing an amazing job, and they're going to be reaching hundreds of their peers.
The $2 million project was introduced by Alder Joe Maldonado in an effort to create more options for older kids.
When young people have options out of school, protective factors go up, such as sense of belonging, academic achievement, leadership, and those risk factors go down, such as substance abuse, involvement in the justice system, mental health issues.
Kids like Grimmer.
A lot of us have gone through life without a whole lot of representation and having people who look like us.
looking for a little guidance and support.
So many people shut down like what they want to do because they know it's just not like possible in terms of resources or finances.
Wanting a space to plan for their future.
Like we said here, helping teens find these kind of jobs and get them resources and build them up.
And working to become the leaders they want to be.
They get why this is so important. They feel a lot of pride.
A return well worth the investment. In Fitchburg, Tahlil Muhaddin, News 3 Now.
Plans for the Fitchburg Teen Center are still in the early phases, but city leaders say they'll begin the design process this year. Their goal is to either acquire an existing facility or build a new one by 2025.
On this Friday, we are celebrating Wear Purple Day. It is a day to recognize those who live with epilepsy and to promote awareness. High Point Christian School celebrated the day for all their students, but especially Grace, who has epilepsy. Epilepsy is a chronic disorder characterized by recurrent, unprovoked seizures. Lily's Fund is a local grassroots organization focused on supporting epilepsy research right here in Madison. Madison's local ambassador to the fund is Grace's mom, Tanya Van Orden.
It's the one day where I feel like she's just her and she's just loved and she's just a special child that has overcome a lot to be where she is, and to just, I don't know, that one day everyone just gets it and everyone's there for her, and that's a special feeling that you just can't create.
1 in 26 Americans will develop epilepsy or recurring seizures in their lifetime. Lily's Fund has raised over $1 million since 2010 for epilepsy research. If you would like to donate or make a contribution, please head to liliesfund.org. After the break, investigators in Florida try to figure out how a teenager fell off an amusement park ride, ultimately killing him.
Plus, before returning home, President Biden prepares to meet with Ukrainian refugees and deliver a major address.
Hello, I'm Roman Ryan of Ryan Funeral Homes. As a locally owned and operated funeral home, it's important to know that not all funeral homes are the same. Some other Madison area funeral homes are actually owned by corporations based outside of the United States. A corporately owned funeral home is focused on the bottom line, making services more costly. We have served local families for more than 80 years, and our priority is investing in the community and your family. In your time of need, Ryan Funeral Homes are here for you.
He's turned on working families again. Ron Johnson said no to bringing new jobs to Wisconsin. Now he's supporting the Republican plan that phases out Social Security and Medicare and increases taxes on middle-class families.
Time for Democrat Alex Lasry. Lasry says let's get more money into working people's pockets and cut their taxes. No wonder so many unions say Alex Lasry is the strongest Democrat to beat Ron Johnson.
I'm Alex Lasry, and I approve this message.
Aren't you tired of being tired? Shop Denver Mattress today and get all the Z's you need. And during the Super 7-Day Sell-Off, save big on the Doctor's Choice Firm, now just $664.99. Check out the budget-friendly Summit Firm for only $284.99. Or save $300 on Tempur Breeze and Luxe Adapt mattresses and get a $300 gift. Plus 5 years no interest and free shipping. Say goodbye to tossing and turning and hello to a better night's sleep. Only at Denver Mattress.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Saturday morning on News 3 Now, a new lawsuit accuses tech giant Google of racial bias against its black workers. And a cool down in the forecast this weekend. Julian's tracking all your weather Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
Life in the 608 is all about how you live it, and there's plenty of inspiration.
This is just an idea that I rolled with.
I'm News 3 Now's Josh Spreiter. I'm visiting the people, places, and events that make this area one of a kind.
Who's the evil twin?
Tell me what inspires you, and it might be featured on News 3 Now this morning.
My motto is, be the change you want to see in the world.
In the 608, weekdays on News 3 Now this morning.
It doesn't get any better than this.
President Biden is continuing his trip to Poland Saturday, where he's expected to meet some of the more than 2 million refugees who crossed into the country fleeing the war in Ukraine.
Yeah, we're hearing from the White House that he'll make a major address about Russia's invasion. Reed Binion has a preview.
Face-to-face with refugees and addressing the urgency of the heartbreaking crisis, President Joe Biden expected to meet with Ukrainians who fled their war-torn country and deliver a major address on the Russian invasion.
He'll also talk about the context and history of this conflict and where he sees it going from here. So that will be a significant speech.
The speech comes one day after President Biden met with his Polish counterpart, pledged more humanitarian and military aid for the region, and visited U.S. troops.
What you're engaged in is much more than just whether or not you can alleviate the pain and suffering of the people of Ukraine.
Since the invasion began a month ago, more than 3.7 million people have left the country. That's according to UN estimates. Poland alone has welcomed more than 2 million of them, mostly women and children, many of them continuing on in their journey to other countries.
It's too dangerous, because even if a woman walks out with a white flag and a child, they don't look. They just shoot, kill. They spare no one.
President Biden is also expected to meet with American humanitarians who are in Poland right now, helping to feed and assist all those displaced.
And they've fled such horrific violence. They don't think they're going to be away from Ukraine for long.
Meanwhile, we're getting a closer look at the dangerous conditions and the horror refugees left behind. As the UK defense minister says, Ukrainian forces have retaken towns and defensive positions on the outskirts of the capital city of Kyiv. Reed Binion, News 3 Now.
On Thursday, the White House announced the U.S. will accept up to 100,000 Ukrainian refugees and provide $1 billion in support for European nations handling the massive influx of refugees.
Hilldale will be fundraising for the World Central Kitchen's efforts in Ukraine this weekend. You can buy sunflowers, the national flower of Ukraine, at a booth at the Walking Mall starting tomorrow. The flowers are free, but you are asked to give a donation of $5 if you can. You can find the booth outside Metcalf's from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., both on Saturday and on Sunday.
There's controversy surrounding Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas's wife, Virginia Ginny Thomas. Exclusive reports from CBS News and The Washington Post show she used her ties to the White House to fight the 2020 election results. 29 messages were exchanged between Ginny Thomas and Mark Meadows in the weeks after the election. They've been turned over to the House committee investigating the January 6th insurrection. Well, today, at a Republican retreat in Florida, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy said there's no reason why Justice Thomas should recuse himself from cases related to January 6th.
I think Justice Thomas could make his decisions like he's made them every other time. It's his decision based upon law.
In one January 6th case that has made it to the Supreme Court, 8 of the justices supported releasing former President Trump's records to the committee. The only dissenting voice was Justice Thomas.
Former President Donald Trump and 2 of his sons are being deposed as part of a class action lawsuit. The former president agreed to be deposed in June, while Eric and Donald Trump Jr. will be questioned in May. According to a letter filed in court, a date for Ivanka Trump's deposition had not been proposed. This for a lawsuit that accuses the 4 Trumps of using the reality TV show The Celebrity Apprentice to boost a fraudulent marketing company and promote so-called business opportunities.
State amusement ride inspectors with Florida's Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services are on scene investigating how a 14-year-old boy fell to his death from a relatively brand new tourist attraction. Tyree Sampson was visiting from Missouri with another family when it appears he slipped out of the restraint on the Orlando Freefall. The company that operates the ride says workers are responsible for checking lights on the restraint system to ensure they are properly secured. For now, the ride is closed until further notice.
Well, the sun will be out tomorrow, but the warm temperatures are nowhere to be seen, Gary.
No, and the sun will only be out in the afternoon, which, just puts a little more of a damper on the temperatures. Let's start out by taking a look at 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Well, the snow showers will come to an end around midnight. The winds will slowly diminish overnight, but look for low temperatures in the teens and high temperatures only in the 30s this weekend. Then as we warm up a little bit next week, we'll see some showers Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Rain showers Tuesday afternoon, maybe a little mix Tuesday night, at least in the evening. Then by late Tuesday night and into Wednesday, we could see a couple of thunderstorms, and then that will change to snow showers and flurries on Thursday. So a little bit of everything over the next 7 days or so. You can see some snow showers or flurries still in a little narrow band moving through mainly western portions of Dane County. But this is probably the last batch to kind of move on through, and I think by about midnight everything should be winding down. You can notice up to the north, even those snow showers and flurries are starting to diminish. Wind gusts today were pretty strong just outside of Wisconsin. Many locations in southern Minnesota, eastern Iowa, northern Illinois had wind gusts in the 40 to 50 mile per hour range. Moline, a wind gust to 60 miles per hour, and there were parts of the Chicago metro area that had winds to 70 miles per hour. They actually had to issue severe thunderstorm warnings for showers that were producing those strong winds, even though there was no lightning. It's just the showers were pulling those strong winds aloft down near the ground, and they were creating some very strong winds. High temperatures were in the lower 40s through southern Wisconsin before the precipitation started. The northern part of the state stayed in the 30s. You can see 50s to our south and west. Kind of teases us, but just it's not coming in our direction anytime soon. Temperatures right now already in the teens in northern Minnesota, generally lower 30s through our part of the Midwest. But the jet stream is the dividing line between the milder air to our south and west and the colder air to the north and east, and we're on the northern side of that jet stream. And this whole weather pattern is not going to change very much. We still see the big amplitude of the jet stream. Usually when that happens, weather patterns start slowing down across the country, and so we're going to be in this pattern at least for a few more days before temperatures start to warm up early next week, and even then it'll just get back close to normal. A couple of cold fronts have come through, the second one generating the latest little batch of snow showers and flurries, but behind the front, those temperatures drop from the lower 30s here to the 20s over northern Minnesota, and again, our temperatures are not going to move very much because we'll have clouds for the morning tomorrow and then start to see some sunshine develop by the afternoon. Then tomorrow night, with clear skies, that will allow the heat to escape from near the ground, and those temperatures will drop off pretty rapidly to the middle teens, and look for high temperatures on Sunday to stay in the 30s with a northwesterly wind flow. Now, as we head into Monday, eventually we'll get up to around 40 as some of the warmer air starts moving in our direction, but it'll be a very slow process. Look for a high temperature tomorrow, only 35 degrees. We'll see some clouds in the morning, maybe a little more clearing in the afternoon. It'll be breezy during the day. The 7 to 10 day forecast, mid-30s again on Sunday, around 40 Monday and Tuesday. Precipitation starts out as a chance of showers for, Tuesday afternoon, maybe a little mixed Tuesday evening, changing to a couple of thunderstorms late Tuesday night into Wednesday. Then some snow showers on Thursday as we turn colder, and then high temperatures staying below normal through next weekend and into the start of the following week.
The Dane County Regional Airport is all lit up for its 3rd annual Flight of Lights drive-through light display. Flight of Lights features 6 different light displays along the route, including tributes to first responders, the medical community, Wisconsin sports, animals, and much more. Vehicles can enter the display via International Lane. It's free of charge and runs from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. starting today through April 17th.
And coming up in sports, Badger volleyball back on the court and ready to start another run toward a national championship. While Kelly Sheffield says their celebration tour is over. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Rosen Nissan Madison is part of the #1 Nissan dealership group in the Midwest, and we got there by treating people right. Over 30 years of caring for customers made us #1, and stress-free car buying keeps us there. Right now, get 0.9% for 36 months. Visit our showroom or buy online at RosenNissanMadison.com. Come be part of the Rosen family.
Rosen, Rosen, Rosen.
Dairy Farm
uniforms disappearing, prices up, COVID's still not gone. And what's Ron Johnson done? Voted against new jobs and told us to take mouthwash to cure COVID. I'm Sarah Godlewski. I grew up in Eau Claire where we're more interested in common sense than conspiracies. That's how I've run the state treasurer's office, and common sense is what, quite frankly, we could use in Washington. Practical ideas that just help people, not mouthwash. I'm Sarah Godlewski, and that's why I approve this message.
$1 million worth of the best hot tubs in Madison are at Leisure Concepts. And right now, get immediate free delivery, free ozone system, cover lift, matching entry steps, supplies, and training. Our showroom is packed with brand new hot tubs for immediate delivery. We're including everything you need and all at a great low spring price. Leisure Concepts is open 7 days a week. Stop into our packed showroom in Madison on the Beltline at the Park Street exit.
You heard it was a hit. You heard it was a smash. A wonder. A phenomenon. An international sensation. But you haven't heard them.
There are door dings aplenty. Runaway carts that are empty. Teenagers learning how to drive. So in life, throws you uh-ohs. Just say, better get Mako.
So, what do you think?
I love it.
Morning. Who said that? Whoa, where did that come from? Floating money.
Funny.
Good luck out there.
Connect with News 3 Now on Facebook Messenger.
Spend a day around Kelly Sheffield and the word epic will come up. Last year, his squad's run to the program's first national championship was epic. But now that celebration tour is over. The Badgers are back on the court for their spring season. And that means that national title is old news. The journey starts now to get back to the top. And this group is excited to try and make another epic run.
The celebration is long past. I mean, you know, if you're still celebrating months later, there's, you know, it's you're probably in a mindset where you're just surprised about things, and you know, we're past celebration. We're back in the gym, and you're trying to do something epic again.
I come into the gym, I'm just hungry. Like I want it again. Like that was such a great feeling. Probably like the most happy I've ever been. I'm like, I want it again. I want it for everybody.
The Badger softball team opened up Big Ten play with a big win over the Hawks. Wisconsin doubled up Iowa in game 1 of their 3-game series. Kayla Conwent had a nice day at the plate. She went 4 for 5 with 2 home runs and 4 RBI. In his introductory press conference, Tom Upton said he'd turn the Madison Capitals around. And through 53 games, he's got the Madcaps playing the best hockey they've played in a long time. And as Jordan Reed found out, for Upton, it's been a year of franchise firsts.
At the beginning of their season,
we talked more about just improving every day and winning every day, whether it's practice or school or games.
It was all about getting better, but as the wins started to rack up,
Tom started bringing it up in front of the team, and we kind of were like, okay, let's go do it. Let's go do this.
The Capitals realized they were skating toward franchise history.
Going from one of arguably the worst teams 2 years ago to a the best team in Capitals history has been awesome to be a part of.
After earning their 26th win, the Madcaps quickly turned the focus to another franchise first, making the playoffs.
I'm a hometown kid, and, you know, it's just awesome to, you know, have these goals start getting reached and winning games, and it's just awesome all over.
And with spots to be clinched in the Eastern Conference, the guys know what they have to do.
We have to play our game for 60 minutes. We feel like if we can truly play our game, which is a combination of work and skill, we've had success a lot this year, and those are the nights that we have success.
And if they do drop the puck in the playoffs,
easily believe that we're one of the best teams in this league. And I think once we get to the playoffs, we're going to be a pretty scary team to come across.
You never know. They could make history again. In Middleton, Jordan Reed, News 3 Sports.
Back after this.
At Pick and Save, we believe fresh is all about standards. Like for oranges, we check for color and scarring and more. Because when it comes to fresh for everyone, we believe the juice is worth the squeeze. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
When 140-mile-per-hour winds come out of nowhere and try to wipe you off the map. When you look up and see sky where your roof used to be. When the power is out and stays out for 7 or 8 or 10 days. When the phone lines are down and the cell phones have all gone dead, you find out who your friends are. Because the worst brings out our best.
With Spectrum Mobile, unlimited data is only $29.99 a month per line for 2 or more lines, and unlimited is just the start. You also get 5G nationwide, the most reliable service coast to coast, and this place with all the best phones, best technology, and mobile experts who can answer all your questions.
Any question about mobile service?
I mean, I already said all, so.
Yeah, I can do all questions about mobile.
Specialist. I like it. Find a Spectrum store near you at spectrum.com/stores.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Awesome.
Cool. Pass out to each of the distribution lists. And Lauren?
There's Lauren.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, a 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. See your local Toyota dealer or visit Toyota.com to learn more.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
The great outdoors await you at Bob's Discount Furniture. Soak up the sun on my dream outdoor sectional, only $19.99. Dine outside with my Lennox outdoor dining set, only $18.99. And lounge on my Laurel outdoor sectional, only $16.99. Each have Papa-Pedic memory foam seating, matching accent pillows, and 100% recyclable all-weather wicker. Plus, each set comes with a heavyweight cover. And in Bob's backyard, the wildlife doesn't want to eat you. Just belly rubs.
At Pick and Save, every free pickup order is picked fresh and packed with care, or we'll make it right. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Understanding tornadoes that form without warning, Sunday at 10. Call for action, only on News 3 Now.
Gosh, we had a fun week, didn't we?
We sure did. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone, for watching.
Do something good and have a great weekend.